What up, boys? It's Gaz, and welcome to the Warframe video. So, get ready for some opinions today, because it's a discussion video, and a little bit of a news video. So, we're going to talk about the DevStream changes coming up in 2021, and we're also going to talk about negativity in the Warframe community, and we're going to talk about people's opinions on that negativity, of opinions on people's opinions, and their opinions on the game. So, lots of opinions being put in here. If you don't like this kind of video, you could just not watch it. But make sure you check out the Twitch channel as well if you haven't already. Alright, so let's get into it. I'm going to show the dev post as well. We got some gameplay on the screen of some just random generic stuff. Nothing too exciting in the gameplay, but you can watch if you want to. Alright, so DevStream changes in 2021. They will be going from, at least DE was saying there was a DevStream every 2 weeks, bi-weekly dev streams. They're going to go from them claiming that's what was the case to once a month. And I'll tell you right now, a dev stream every 2 weeks was not what was happening. But you know what, I'll just humor DE a little bit and pretend that that's what actually was happening. So we're getting half the amount of dev streams for the year. We're going to get 12 total. So one for January, one for February, one for March, one for August, etc., etc. And they're going to try to make them a more focused situation. So one major dev stream with plenty of notice and plenty of information organized into 1 hour. So, yeah, it's going to go from like their disorganized mess they had of a dev stream before, where it's like, yo, dude, you gonna show the new prime weapon? Should we? Should we show the new prime weapon? Yeah, dude, show the new Corinth prime. You're like, oh, sweet, they're gonna show the prime. That was random. And they show it, and it's like, it's got like this completely random build on it with like heat mods. You're like, what? The Corinth prime does heat damage? Like, that's kind of stuff that happens. And like, they'll say things that aren't exactly correct. So I'm really hoping this change of making it a more organized dev stream is going to make it where they actually are going to have pre-recorded gameplay. I've always said they need to have pre-recorded gameplay for these dev streams because of shenanigans like Rebecca looking for animal poop when whatever that mission Fortuna came out. She spent 40 minutes looking for the animal conservation stuff. And that was all on stream. The directors of like game design and art and stuff are watching her look for animal poop for 40 minutes. Like, the stream was like 2 hours long because of that. Those kind of disasters should never happen. It was kind of funny. It was also extremely cringe. And I think that organizing it better, as long as more preparation goes into play, it will be a very, very good change for dev streams going forward. And honestly, like, they're going to also try to make it where they're showing things that are actually, like, not overhyping things that are nowhere near coming out. For example, if you look at some of their dev streams from last year, like, there was one they showed Mirage Deluxe. Do you think Mirage Deluxe is even coming out this year? I don't think Mirage Deluxe is coming out this year. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I feel like Mirage Deluxe is way off. They've got probably a couple other ones they got to do before Mirage Deluxe. But, you know, I might be wrong about a specific thing. Here's a better example. They showed the Shedu on DevStream, the Sentient Arm Can. They showed that like 2 or 3 years before it actually came out. That's the kind of things they're trying to cut down on, trying to make it a more organized situation there. And like I said, just get some gameplay. Maybe like if you get someone that actually plays the game to actually, like, you know, use the new stuff with a decent build. Make the new items you're putting into the game actually look cool, instead of like, oh yeah, here's a random melee weapon, like it's not even a good build, like max corrosive build or something like that. So yeah, I think overall that's a good change, and I feel like people that are not happy about that are like, oh, I'm getting less dev streams. That you need to actually realistically look at it. We were not getting a dev stream every 2 weeks in 2020, and I doubt we were getting it in 2019 either. A long time ago, they were doing a lot more streams, but like people are just busier now. You know, like it's getting like they're getting, like I said, they're getting the heads of these departments, or at least what I perceive as the heads of these departments on the stream. And in my personal opinion, honestly, you could probably replace some of those guys in a dev stream with maybe some more fresh faces. Like potentially get the guy they have for balance right now. Maybe replace him with Pablo. I think everyone likes to have Steve on there, so keep Steve. But like, I mean, what are the other guys really adding sometimes? That's kind of how I'm feeling. Sometimes they do more harm than good. Remember that we're gonna nerf Mesa comment that just came out of left field? Like, oh, we should just nerf Mesa because everyone likes her. Like, what? Like, that kind of stuff does more harm than good, like I said. And they should potentially just think about changing some stuff even more than what they're changing right now with these dev streams. So yeah, we're gonna have a dev stream on the 29th, and Wraith is the main picture up here. So your boy Wraith, I've been waiting for him for a while. Hopefully he's really good. And there's going to be a Twitch drop, of course. So, yeah, that's basically my quick opinion about the DevStream Changes. I think it's really good. It also lets you prepare for it. It's like they're going to announce the date probably like near the beginning of the month, and you're going to know somewhat what they're talking about. We only see a Wraith picture there, to be honest, but maybe they'll tell us more in advance, like this will be about Corpus Liches, this will be about Deveria Paradox, etc., etc. So I think that's a really, really good change, and it's honestly a long time coming. This should have been a thing that happened a long time ago. I'd say it's quality over quantity on these dev streams. Now, unfortunately, they're only making them 1 hour long. I'd say maybe 2 hours potentially could have been better, but if they fit a lot of good information in that 1 hour, it will be worth it. All right, so that's basically it, and I'm going to go over negativity in the Warframe community because some other content creators, I think it's just getting to them at this point, and the way I look at it with negativity in this game, and honestly, to be honest, guys, basically every gaming community has a lot of negativity in it. At least the ones I've been part of, like, for example, the Destiny 2 community. You think this is bad? Oh my god, look at those guys complaining about literally everything, and for good reason. Like, there's some certain things in Destiny that are terrible. Sunsetting is god-awful. Like other games, I'm sure there's plenty of other ones. Like, those are the ones I've most recently been part of. But, yeah, negativity in gaming is just a given, and let's be honest here. I think it's a good thing that people are being negative, because you know what? If they weren't being negative, what would they be doing? They would, if you're not caring about the game, you're not talking about the game. The fact people are caring enough to make these comments, like, I can't believe you put so much work into Railjack and then paid streamers millions of dollars to play the bugged out update that was so terrible that it ruined the reputation of the game. Like, the fact that I care enough to think that much about it to make a statement like that should show that the game, that the player base cares and wants it to be good. A very supportive player base that wants the game to stick around. Now, I know not everyone's like that, and there are people who are just like trying to, like, they either are some content creators are stuck here and are not happy about being stuck here, because a lot of times with Warframe content, the viewers will not really be retained on other games. That's just a fact of maining a game. Me personally, I still play this game every day, and I still have fun every day. And you can trust me, that's not me making that up. That is actually the truth. I do play the game every day, and I enjoy it every day. I know not everyone feels that way, because like, a lot of people don't think there's anything to do. But for me, continuing to min-max my builds, continuing to get my arsenal fully kitted out and all that, and plat number go up is a bit of an end game for some people as well. So I know, like I said, not everyone's like that. People that can't really take the heat, I understand why you would maybe be not covering the game as much. Maybe the game's not what you want it to be. But I think maybe you're taking it a little bit too personally, honestly. We are all in this together, is how I look at it. And this game, Warframe, has been built a lot by the player. Not built, well, not coded by the players. But we've had a lot of say, at least in the past, on what happens in this game. We even have multiple characters in this game, Warframes, created by players. To what extent they actually are designed by the players is up for debate, but, like, for example, Nova Prime, or Nova Normal, and Zaku, both designed by players. I'm sure, like, that will potentially happen more in the future as well. So if you think about it, like, we actually got to design characters in this game. There's been there's a content council that doesn't get really used much, but they at least have votes on things that never actually get implemented. I'll tell you that for a fact. They voted on, like, new focus abilities years ago that never got added to the game. But yeah, if you look at it like that, like, I feel like if we weren't being negative when things should be negative, then we would be doing a disservice to DE personally. And like I said, in general, just like gaming feedback can tend to be negative. I'm surprised. I'm honestly surprised that anyone would not realize that at this point. Especially when DE has fumbled so much with these updates potentially. Like, honestly, 2020 was a terrible year for this game, and I thought 2019 was bad. If you look at all the updates we had in 2020, the only good one potentially was, you could probably call Heart of Deimos a good update, but the other ones we had were like the Steel Path and then Deadlock Protocol. And Deadlock Protocol was almost the best update of 2020. All that Deadlock Protocol needed was a new endless game mode, just like the Jovian Concord, where we got the Gas City revisited, and that would have been a really good update. But instead, we got the Grandum Void, and I am so sick of talking about the Grandum Void and how much wasted potential that the Deadlock Protocol had. Protea was good. The frames were pretty good in 2020, at least. I mean, Zaku eventually became good. But yeah, Protea was really nice. Who else came out in 2020? I honestly don't remember the other ones. But, oh yeah, Lavos came out. Lavos is good enough. I mean, he's good enough. He doesn't really need buffs. He can use some quality of life changes. But yeah, I really feel like people are taking negativity too personally. If you, of course, you're only on this earth for so long. If you don't want to deal with people having an opinion that you don't like, then yeah, you could just leave. You don't need to be here. Honestly, like if you feel like it's not worth your life force to listen to negative comments, to listen to people not happy with how things are being done, I'd say don't be mad at them and the player base. Be mad at DE and give your feedback to DE. And of course, I know the player base will never be happy. It's impossible to, because the player base can never decide what they actually want, because there's so many voices. Maybe one person's like, I want things to be less hard to grind. Me personally, I feel like Prime Frame should be hard to get. I honestly do. I feel like it should not be just me getting Nezha Prime in 2 or 3 hours once Nezha Prime comes out. I feel like I should be grinding like over a week to get Nezha Prime. But that's just me. I'm sure people think, oh man, the drop rate for Nezha Prime's gold part is like insane. Like I'm just going to buy it like a week later, which is the smart thing to do, honestly. But yeah, I honestly feel like that we should make primes more rare. I could make an entire video on that just because it makes the upgrade to the prime version feel more special. But we can go over that some other time. But like I said, some other dude is going to totally think it's too hard already, and he hates my opinion and everything that I stand for. So, you know, that's basically it, guys. I think I repeated myself like twice there. But, you know, whatever. And I will talk to you guys next time. Hopefully you found this helpful. There will be new videos coming out every day. There might be a pretty spicy topic tomorrow, to be honest. Something I've been thinking about a lot, and I honestly hate to be the person saying it. So, yeah, it will involve Warframe for sure, and you might dislike the video. Tomorrow's video might be one of the most disliked videos on the channel, besides that one video I deleted because things went very wrong. Alright guys, I'll talk to you next time. Hopefully this sparks some good conversation. I'd say, yeah, quit being so sensitive, basically. It's a freaking video game community. If you think it's gotta be all sunshine and rainbows, like dang, how long you been on the internet for? Alright, I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.